Yo, what's up guys, my name is AFC Dio and I got a game against Pillow using a Mian Shell, which is really cool. I used to play it quite a bit back in Pokemon Black and White with the Life Orb Regenerator and Fake Out. It also has a really nice speed tier, outspeeding Pokemon like Garchomp. But let's lead off with Ferrothorn because I think he leads off with the Rotom like people always do against this team. Yeah, he does lead off with Rotom. And I'm gonna set up a Spike. He does go for Volt Switch. I know Chandelure could be coming in, but having up this Spike could be nice to pressure the Chandelure, to pressure the Ditto, and also the Ferrothorn, basically forcing it to protect on my Credant later on. Or forcing it to protect against my Keldeo perhaps. But having the chip off on him could be nice. So if I get a Scald Burn off on this Ferrothorn, it could be cool. But I'm able to set up a SD with Credant. Can be really hurtful for him. But he does have the Ditto, so I don't think I'll get the Credant clean up here. But we'll see. He does Volt Switch into the Chandelure, which is expected. I do get up a Spike. And I could be protecting here, but the thing is, if he is substitute, it's gonna be really bad for me. So I'll bring in my Tornadus. Tornadus should also live an attack from Scarf Chandelure, but he goes for Reed. Knocks me out. So that thing is definitely spec. So I guess he's not facing Weavile because he has Lando. His team is pretty weak to Weavile or to Bisharp. But anyway, go for Swords Dance here. He's forced to switch out because he did get the -2 special attack drop. And he's definitely fearing me to be Bandit. So he doesn't really have a good switch for a Bandit Credant either. So he could be bringing in his Lando, if that's a defensive Lando. But he also has a Rotom. And I think it's especially defensive Ferrothorn just because he does have the Rotom and the Lando. So we'll see. He does bring in the Ferrothorn. And that would normally be the play if you were facing a Bandit Credant. But I get up this SD and now I click Knockoff. And I'm pretty sure this is especially defensive Ferrothorn. So why would you run a physical defensive Ferrothorn if you have a Rotom and a Lando? Yeah, he goes for the Protect, but that's not gonna save you, man. Something is gonna die right here. Just pick one.
You. Get out!
Just pick one. Credant out here shopping, but saving money. Mr. Krabs. He stays in with Ferrothorn, so I get rid of the Ferrothorn, and now I have to deal with the Ditto. Pretty sure he brings in a Ditto, yeah. But I think Credant has done his job. It got rid of the Ferrothorn. So I kind of broke his defensive core. That's one more water resist gun as well. I'll just go for Aqua Jet here, because I don't want any of my other members to die. And I don't think I'm able to set up a SD with Credant anymore. So I'll just go for Aqua Jet, get the chip off. 47 is decent. Goes for knockoff. And that's definitely a Scarf Ditto, I think. But Jirachi is going to be faster. And maybe he'll stay in because he's Scarfed. And then he has... Jirachi could knock it out, but I'll U-turn. And because he doesn't have his Ferrothorn, I don't get punished unless this is a Rocky Helmet Landorus. But I don't... That is Rocky Helmet, damn. So he has... Oh, I guess his Ditto is his speed control. So he's also running a defensive Landorus. Interesting. But yeah, I'll bring in my Keldeo. And I'll click Secret Sword there. Because I don't think he wants to lose his Landorus. If this is Rocky Helmet, it's most likely a Stealth Rocker as well. And him losing Lando could be really bad for him, because then my Jirachi, then one more check to my counter to my Jirachi is gone, and all he has left is his Rotom. So he does bring in the Rotom on my Secret Sword. And he took it pretty well, so that's a defensive Rotom as well. and most likely the defogger of his team. Another secret sword could knock him out, but if I don't knock him out, what do I do? I'll just go Jirachi. He might even switch into the Chandelure. Yeah, he does switch into the Chandelure, and I've scarred Jirachi out, so I'll just spam Iron Head. I also got the chip on the Chandelure with the spikes, so I'll just Iron Head this. I don't have a switch for this, so I'll just keep Iron Heading. 24, I got the flinch. Just doing some Jirachi things, wishing for the flinches. Get another one. If we get one more, we knock him out. And you guys might think, yo, this is luck, but I don't get the flincher. But it's a 60% chance with the Serene Grace ability. Like it doubles secondary effects, and so Iron Head usually 30% flinch chance, but with Serene Grace 60%. But I'll bring in my Keldeo and I'll just click Scald. If I click Secret Sword on a Rotom coming in, it's gonna be bad for him. But if I click Scald while he stays in, it's gonna be bad for him as well. And because Scald can still burn the Rotom, I'm just gonna click Scald. Because if I click Secret Sword and he stays in, then it's basically over for me. And by Scalding, I at least have a chance to burn the Rotom as well. And then I can bring in my Ferrothorn against the Rotom, and he cannot directly switch back into the Chandelure because I have a Spike up, so he's forced to defog first. So I guess Scald is definitely the best play here, because only Rotom can switch into this. He's thinking hard about this turn though. Let's see, he does switch, actually switches in Len. Okay, I'll take it. So I guess it was some of a mid, because it was a bit of a mid-ground play, because Chandelure does kind of win if he gets the defog off. Now he can defog, but now he won't get up any hazards at all, which is cool. Let's see, he's either gonna defog or paint split. I'll just get in Pharaoh, because for paint split, I'll just lead sheet first in case he does make a switch into something. Like a Mienshao could still hurt me if he's like banded high jump kick. And if he goes, like if he switches in Mienshao and predicts my protect, well, actually, maybe I should have just knocked off or set up a spike. If I spam spike, I don't know, would have actually been better. Yeah, I should have just spammed spike. It's now that I think of it, but I'll get the lead sheet off, and I'm not gonna set up a spike because he might bring in his Chandelure. So I just click knock off. If he stays in, I get rid of the leftovers, and if he goes Chandelure, I knock it out with knock off. So we'll see. Goes for a Volt Switch, but if he goes Chandelure, I win basically, because then he doesn't beat my my Clefable anymore. Chandelure is basically the only thing stopping my Clefable, but he actually goes Mienshao, so I get to knock this off as it's a choice scarf. Would have been better if I did not knock it off, but what can you do about it? I'm going Clefable here because he cannot touch Clefable with Mienshao. Mienshao gets completely walled by Clefable. Actually switches into the Chandelure. Okay, he played this really well. Was a bit to be expected, but he played it really well, because Clefable is definitely gonna die to an overheat. And I cannot really lose Ferrothorn before getting rid of the Chandelure, because otherwise I'm gonna lose to Rotom. I don't have Ferrothorn. Because Clefable's gonna die to Specs Overheat. Pretty sure. So I'll go Keldeo. Keldeo should live any fire attack. I don't think he clicks Shadow Ball. Just because I could be deciding to sack the Ferrothorn, but he clicks Overheat. And I'm switching back into Clefable. Because if he goes Rotom, I get a Calm Mind off. But he might also predict me to go for Secret Sword, predicting Rotom. But I feel like he should still go Rotom. Because after the Leftovers recovery, I don't think I 2-hit KO it. Not sure. But by going Clefable, if he decides to Overheat again, he's not knocking me out, and then I can Soft Boil up. And I can Calm Mind on every switch he makes, because he is forced to switch out if he does stay in again. They're definitely a threat. But there are so many Weavils running around that I don't feel like playing Spec Chandelure, but it definitely does put in some damage. Look at this. That was a -2 Overheat and he still did 54%. But I am kind of forced to go for the Soft Boiler. Goes into the Rotom, and this is where I get my Calm Mind. And after the Calm Mind, Chandelure should not be able to knock me out, even after the Volt Switch damage from this Rotom. Goes for Volt Switch. After the Leftovers recovery and Calm Mind boost, Chandelure should not knock me out from here. And I think I'm actually faster if I have the T-Wave. So I'll click T-Wave over attacking it. But then he goes into the Mienshao. So I get this Calm Mind. And I think I have to Soft Boiler, because if he high jump kicks me and I kill him, or if he, then I'll be in range of Specs Overheat. It actually goes for knockoff. Now I don't have the Leftovers. This is why it sucks that I knocked off his Choice Scarf. Obviously I wouldn't know he would have been Choice Scarfed if I didn't knock it off, but otherwise I would have won here. I have to be at full HP basically now. Okay, I am at full HP. Cool. And I'm gonna go for another Calm Mind, because I need that Calm Mind, because now I guarantee live Overheat after an attack from Mienshao. Yeah. If he doesn't crit me with Overheat, obviously. That's the only condition. But if I get rid of the Chandelure, he goes for U-turn. Well, he saw my Overheat, so he might actually... he saw my T-Wave, so he might actually go into the Ditto and T-Wave me. I'm not sure if I knock it out though. I'll just T-Wave it just in case I don't knock it out. So, but if he T-Waves me, then he's forced to switch, because this thing is most likely Scarfed. I do get off my T-Wave, which is nice. And I get to click Moonblast, and if I break through, something is gonna die on his team. Because he's forced to switch, because he's locked into T-Wave. Ideally, he lets either his Rotom or his Chandelure die. He sexes Mienshao, which is probably the best play on his part there. And he brings in the Chandelure, and if I do get paralyzed, it can be really bad for me. Because then I have to make a 50-50 play. I goes for Shadow Ball, and he doesn't paralyze me, but he clicks Shadow Ball over Overheat. Why didn't he click Overheat? Maybe he thought he wasn't going to kill me. Strange. At this point I think I win. I just Soft Boil. I don't know how much damage I would do with Moonblast. He does 40% to me, which means I actually knock him out, because Ditto doesn't copy the HP stat of my Clefable. It only copies the other stats, and Ditto's HP stat is not that high. So Clefable goes down. All he has left is Rotom, which gets infinitely walled by my Ferrothorn as he gives up. So we did manage to win this game, but that Chandelure was definitely a threat to my team, especially because I had to let Cordon die because his Ditto came in. But killing the Ferrothorn really opened up the game for my team, because then I was able to U-turn around. Well, he still had the Lando, but he didn't get up his entry hazard with Ferrothorn, which wasn't nice, I guess. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this battle. Peace out. I'll see you guys in the next video.